So I don't know if you guys heard, but the Hyundai Accent has been discontinued. So yes, the Hyundai Accent is dead for the 2023 model year, and Hyundai cited the expanded SUV lineup, including the Hyundai Venue. Now I did a little bit of research on this, and I think I know why. So just to give you guys a little bit of background about the Hyundai Accent, the current generation as seen here has been around since the 2017 model year here in the United States. Now the Hyundai Accent has served as the entry-level model in the Hyundai lineup for longer than I've been alive. So it might surprise quite a few people that it's actually going away. But the Accent was known for being that popular subcompact sedan or hatchback, depending on the generation, that offered a good value in this price point. So for 2023, Hyundai has decided to replace the Accent with this vehicle right here, the Hyundai Venue. Now the Hyundai Venue is not brand new to the market, and in fact it was released for the 2020 model year here in the United States. So even though the Hyundai Venue offers that SUV body style, it finds itself in the same subcompact space as the Hyundai Accent. So given the fact that it offers a somewhat SUV body style and a similar price point in the space, it was inevitable that the Accent was eventually going to go away. So I did a little bit of research between the 2022 Hyundai Accent SE and the 2022 Hyundai Venue SE. This is the SEL trim, so disregard that. But I was somewhat surprised to see the Venue SE offers quite a bit more standard features on its entry-level trim. So to cut to the chase, the only benefit I found here on the Hyundai Accent was that it gets better MPG overall. And I'm not talking 1 or 2 MPG, it gets significantly better MPG than the Hyundai Venue, and I believe that has to do with overall aerodynamics. But outside of this, the Hyundai Venue offers a lot more on its SE trim level, and some of these things include standard 15-inch alloy wheels, better interior cargo volume, standard safety systems including forward collision alert with pedestrian detection, lane keeping assist, and driver attention warning, standard automatic headlights, standard sliding armrest and storage cubby for 2023 model year and newer, and the 8-inch infotainment system with AM, FM, HD radio, and wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And outside of these features that are just better on the Venue SE, it's actually 11 inches shorter than the Accent sedan, sits up higher, and is overall the SUV body shape that a lot of buyers are looking for in today's market. So when you combine all of this together, it's kind of no surprise that Hyundai chose to kill off the Accent and keep the Venue as its entry-level model. So now you might be asking yourself, well, this all sounds great, but doesn't it cost significantly more? And actually, it's not as much as you might think. So for 2022, the Venue SE, including destination, is $20,295. And for 2022, the Hyundai Accent, including destination, is $17,740, or a total difference of $2,555. And as a percentage, this represents a 14.4% difference in price between the two vehicles, and I would argue that's relatively significant at this price point. However, it's unlikely to make a significant difference in most people's pocketbooks. So now that you have all that information in mind, let's take a quick walk around between the two, so just so you get an overall idea of what you're getting with each vehicle, because if you want a 2022 Accent, you better pick one up very shortly, as supply is probably already in the United States, so whatever's left. And of course, there'll be more Venues coming as the 2023 models start to arrive. So let's go ahead and start with the Accent, since this is the one that is going away. If you're curious about the color, this is called Admiral Blue. It is a very neat color overall on the Accent, and it's probably one of the better ones for this vehicle, just because it stands out a little bit, but it's not everybody's personal taste. So here on the SE, you get the 15-inch steel wheels on the Accent. Like I said, you get the 15-inch alloys standard on the Venue, so that's a big difference between the two. These are Continental Pro Contact TX tires, so pretty good tires overall. Both vehicles have the painted body color mirror covers. And overall, there's not much to detail here on the exterior. Just a pretty decent subcompact sedan for about that $17,500 price point. Of course, it does have a rear backup camera, since that is federally mandated for quite some time now. But yeah, there's not much to go over here on the outside, as it is a pretty just basic commuter car vehicle. But again, the value aspect is there, considering the vehicle prices are just shooting up here in the United States. Go ahead and take a look on the inside. This one has the black interior. Power windows, mirrors, and locks. Hard armrest. There's really not much soft except a small portion on the door panel. Lots of storage though, that's pretty good. 6-way driver's seat. And the overall basic features pretty much continue here on the inside, although it does have a lot of the basic necessities that you want. So you have the steering wheel controls for both cruise and audio here on the steering wheel. No automatic headlights on this base model. Do have the 3.5-inch monochromatic display between the gauge cluster there. Traction control, interior dash illumination. The base SE has the 5-inch touchscreen infotainment system, so overall very basic. I think this is the last vehicle in the Hyundai lineup to have this small of an infotainment screen, so that'll be a huge upgrade for Hyundai. Single zone manual climate controls, dual 12-volt with USB and auxiliary, as well as a drive mode button. That's a little bit surprising to see in the base model. Basically normal and sport. Has the IVT transmission for the last few years. Manual parking brake with a bunch of cup holders here. No armrest or anything here in this base model. Of course, manual dimming rearview mirror. Sunglasses holder. But yeah, not much to go over on the interior. Back seat is pretty decent, although that seat is all the way back. Seats do fold down 60-40, which is something that you won't find in some of the lower trim level Elantras. But yeah, pretty basic vehicle overall. So the window sticker on this particular vehicle is $18,105 total because it has 3 accessory options, and those are carpet floor mats, cargo net, and cargo tray. So that brings that total, like I said, including the destination, up to $18,105. And these are produced in Mexico. So now that you have an idea of what the Accent gives you in its base trim level, let's go ahead and take a look at this 2022 Venue SEL. Now again, this is not the base level, so keep that in mind while watching this. The SEL gives you quite a few more features over the base model, but overall it should give you an idea of what the Venue offers. All Venues will have projector headlights, but not all of them will have the LED ones. These are the upgraded 17-inch alloy wheels that the SEL gives you. They look much better than the standard wheels, but again, the standard wheels are alloy at least. You have the turn signal on the front fender, body color mirror caps. This one does have a sunroof because it's the SEL once again. And you can tell it is much shorter than the Accent. But again, is that SUV body style that a lot of people would like. Backup cameras all the way down here on the bumper, as well as your reverse lights. Turn signals and tail lights are up top. Has a black molding along the bottom trim like most vehicles these days. Go ahead and jump on the inside, show you guys what the inside has to offer. So all Venues are going to give you the power windows, mirrors, and locks. Six-way driver's seat once again, just like the Accent, although the seats do look a little nicer. So here on the inside, it's going to be a little bit newer design, of course have a little bit more technology. This one has the leather-wrapped steering wheel being the SEL, but overall the same 3.5-inch monochromatic display in the center. There's your standard lane keeping assist, as well as your traction control and gauge illumination. Standard automatic headlights here on the left side. Still have your steering wheel controls for both the cruise as well as the audio controls for the infotainment system. Here is your standard 8-inch infotainment system with wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. You can get navigation on the top limited trim of the Venue. Single zone automatic climate control here on the SEL. And here's a big difference. You do have dual USB with one single 12-volt. Same IVT transmission. drive mode selection. I believe this does have a snow mode. Here's the standard center console that was previously available on the SEL and up, is now standard for the 23 model year on the base SE. Does have a sliding armrest, which is nice for comfort. There's your mirror as well as your lighting. Manual dimming mirror as well, and there's your sunroof. Again, SEL and up. Take a look at the back seat. Again, door panels are a very hard touch overall. I think actually the back has no cloth whatsoever. So this is all plastic. You can see this does have 60-40 split rolling seats, although they are opposite of the Venue, the bigger pieces over there and the smaller ones over here. No vents or anything in the back. Does have a net on the back of that seat. And here are some cup holders, it looks like. And popping the trunk, you can see that is the hatch in the cargo space that a lot of people like, and being its overall shape, definitely a big benefit of the Venue over the Accent. I guess I forgot to show you the trunk of the Accent, but we'll go ahead and take a look at that here in a second. But yeah, pretty basic stuff, not a lot of plastics or anything to cover up the stuff. So some of this is all visible, but again, this is a very entry-level vehicle, so it's kind of expected in that category. We'll go ahead and take a look at the Accent's trunk over here. So here in the back of the Accent, the trunk is still very big overall. For this size vehicle, it's quite bigger than you might expect. But again, not a hatch design, so you lose that opening, that wide opening. And overall, it is a little bit smaller than the cargo capacity of the Venue, I'm sure, with the seats folded down and everything. So that's just something to consider. Again, not much covering up the top portion. There is a little bit of sound deadening and stuff like that, but definitely not a lot. So pretty basic vehicle overall. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this video comparison between the Venue and the Accent. I was actually surprised while doing research for this video that the Venue SE offered such standard equipment, but I guess that should be expected considering it is over $2,500 more, at least for the 2022 model year, than the Accent. So I would expect more standard equipment, given that it is going to be the new entry-level model for the Hyundai lineup. Now, if you did enjoy this video, please hit that like button. It greatly helps out these videos. Also, let me know down in the comment section below which one you would rather have. Would you rather have the Venue or the Accent in their base trim levels? Considering their pricing and everything like that. Let me know, I'd love to hear it. And if you guys are new, please consider subscribing and checking out some of the content that is currently available. I have other Hyundai comparison videos as well as other brands, makes and models, everything like that. So make sure to check out the channel. If you guys are new, I would really appreciate it. So with all that being said, I hope to see you in the next video.